Hi, I'm Paul Johnson, Senior Director of Urban and Community Forestry at Sustainable Forestry Initiative. Welcome to Mind the Divide. During this program, you will learn more about understanding the differences between policies and procedures for urban forestry and the wildland-urban interface, also referred to as WUI. We're talking about the transition zone between rural or natural areas and the more built environment in our towns and cities. You might be surprised that you're in that interface or in-between area. We have research that shows embers from a wildfire can travel 2 miles or more. That large natural area or green belt a mile or two away may mean you're in the wildland-urban interface. What should you do? Our trees have value. They improve our health, they clean our air and water, they increase our property value. The list goes on and on. Trees are key to healthier, happier, and safer communities. But trees can also be fuel for wildfire. How can we balance our need for trees with our need to protect people and property? During this series, you will learn that the best thing you can do is harden your structure. That means build or retrofit your home or office to better withstand a wildfire. Small things like making sure you have screens to keep embers from getting into your attic or under your house can reduce your risk. Bigger projects like fire-resistant roofs and siding will reduce your risk. Something simple like cleaning off your roof and cleaning out your gutters can reduce your risk. I think many people have that image of a raging forest fire carrying fire through the treetops towards their home. But as you'll find out, most of the time, it's houses that set the trees on fire, not the other way around. One of our biggest risks? Those wooden privacy fences surrounding our backyards. They may keep prying eyes out, but they can carry fire right up to the home we're trying to protect. In the past, many have advocated for large wildfire protection zones with few or no trees. While that may, and I emphasize may, reduce your wildfire risk, it also likely increases your risk from heat, air pollution, and UV rays as examples, and it does that day in and day out, year after year, while the risk from wildfire is intermittent. In disaster preparedness, we talk about the 3 R's: readiness, response, and recovery. Readiness is all about the preparedness. What can you do before the disaster? Assessing the true risks, making proper plans, and mitigating those risks. This program, Mind the Divide, is part of your readiness preparation. Response is what we do during the disaster and initial cleanup, and recovery is what we do after, including repairing or replacing the buildings and trees that have been damaged during the event. When it comes to your landscape, you can have your trees and protection zone. Simple things like reducing ladder fuels, those grasses, shrubs, and limbs that can carry a fire from the ground into the top of the tree, will reduce risk. Selecting a more fire-resistant mulch can reduce risk. Proper plant selection can help. Did you know that some plants are more resistant to fire and some are more susceptible? Working with a qualified, certified arborist can reduce risk. Even a little timely irrigation, of course within local rules and regulations, will reduce the risk of wildfire damaging your home and property. Let's not forget, fire is natural in many areas. It's those large destructive wildfires that burn too hot that damage our homes and landscape. Those we need to consider and protect against. Prevention's actually the first step. We wouldn't need wildfire protection zones at all if we didn't have wildfires. Most wildfires are started by human activity. Secondly, remember, the most effective way to reduce risk is to harden your structure. Then you can move out into your yard and start with simple maintenance. Larger projects like tree removal may not be necessary. We can have our trees and protection from wildfires. Thank you for taking an interest and investing your time in protecting your community and environment.